Are we doing this as a family-friendly podcast?
No.
Are we gonna make
no? No.
Okay, because I have to know whether or not I have to neuter my sailor mouth or not.
No, I think we're going. Viewer discretion is advised on this one.
Okay, so if you're not 18, make a run for it, or just don't tell your parents.
Yeah,
yeah,
one of the two. Anyway, guys, welcome to the first podcast.
Yeah.
Of I guess we're calling it Beyond the BB for now.
For now,
we'll see.
It's a very beta name. we'll go to Omega later.
Yeah.
Our final form.
We're probably going to have this up on YouTube with the video, and probably some other places. We're going to figure it out. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. So if anybody doesn't know who I am, I mean, obviously you know who he is since you guys follow his channel all the time. I'm Jesse. I'm with Fireteam Delta, local here to the Bay Area. I don't know why I keep looking at the live stream when the main camera is actually right there.
Right
you know, the one that actually
we got to get better at that. We're like,
I know, we're like,
live stream.
hey, let's do this. It's like, okay, you can clearly tell this is like our first.
Yeah.
And did you actually put a time on this?
No. What time is it?
6:13.
Okay, there's your time.
I was gonna say, because somebody was like, "Hey, early as usual." I'm like, "What?" I saw that chat before I closed my phone, so that way I don't like sit here and just stare at it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we gotta kind of watch it too, just to help respond to people.
We'll do our best.
Yeah.
We'll do our best.
Okay. Yep. So first tester podcast, I believe. Yes, we have a very interim title at the moment. We don't know what the hell this is called.
Exactly. But anyway, last night on my live stream, on the SOC Airsoft live stream, I asked a bunch of you guys for ideas, for podcast subject ideas, and we got a lot of the super common questions.
We're hoping this will be the one podcast that we can always just link to later, and we don't get the same questions again.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because I'm sure you're tired of hearing the same thing.
I'm tired of answering the same
questions.
What's
What's your favorite gun? Should I go get my airsoft guns just to go, hey, guns, and then put them away?
Pretty much. It's kind of how it works.
Okay.
But anyway, we have a really good collection of just, good intro, beginner questions that we're just going to go through them and answer them to the best of our ability.
And just for the sake of making sure we clear it up, I am babysitting a kitten, so you do hear and probably will see a cat at some point. Look at her go.
Yep.
So she has a little bell on her, and right now she's escapading along the chairs that we set up on the side. Yeah. So if you do hear a little bell, I mean it's more of just that's the cute side of things in case we go very wrong very fast.
That's the palate cleanser.
To bring the kitten in just to make sure nothing breaks.
Anyway,
so handle the cuteness.
We've got this podcast set for about an hour. We'll do our best.
We're gonna wing it and see what we pop up with.
We're either gonna run out of stuff in like 30 minutes or we're gonna go for like 2.5 hours.
Well, not according to your girlfriend, because usually we end up talking and it usually runs for another extra 2 hours, and she wants to go home, and then she yells at me.
So we pretty much turned our conversations into something more professional.
Well, we're already professional. It's just a matter of how fast it devolves into horrible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's the normal side of things.
Yeah.
You said be ourselves, so we're being ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I take off my shirt, but that's more of somebody else's thing.
We don't need to do that.
Well, okay, fine. Some people might not want to see it.
But anyway, let's move into our
the actual topics of things.
The actual airsoft stuff.
Look, we're already 10 minutes in. Look at that.
Oh boy.
You have 10 minutes of fun to play with.
That's great. Anyway, so we've got a list of stuff here. Anything? What do we have? I can't even read your handwriting. You got to read that.
Hey, that's waiter scribbles. Look at that.
I'm a waiter and I can't read that.
That's on you, okay? I'm a bartender, not a waiter. No, I just write like horrible. Okay, so we have a few topics. One, a lot of people were asking about how to deal with cheaters or aggressive players and how to react to the situation. Of course, we will address that, but I imagine we'll get into that one a little bit later, just because that one's a bit more of a in-depth topic. Yeah. We had how people come to react to the bang rule.
Yeah.
That's one as well. Because I know a lot of people preach and...
It's kind of a love-or-hate thing.
Yeah, it's very hard. I understand the business part of it.
Yeah.
But I also understand how people just won't like it. Some people do, some people don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we should probably go into that one first. That sounds good.
We can do that.
We're already going at it.
We're kind of already in there, yeah.
Yeah, and then everything else can just kind of like come up afterwards.
Yeah.
But we have CO2 versus green gas, how gas guns compete against AEGs, and what's the pros and cons of each.
Yeah, which one should you use?
Yeah, we'll go. Like, I guess we can go. Like, I was getting ready to like go into the whole speech of what it was, and I was like, no, let's go in order. Let's not break the mold already.
Yeah, no.
And then you've got what's a good like entry level airsoft rifles.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming they mean like primaries.
Yeah.
Handguns themselves are a whole different beast
Yeah.
of what you can get into.
Yeah.
So apart from that, I mean, you've got the standard high cap versus mid cap.
Yeah.
Best battery brand, best BB weight and like brand products.
Yeah. Let's just finish this now. It depends.
It really does depend
on everything. Pretty much all those questions.
Yes, it's very a situational thing. It depends. Are you playing indoor? Are you playing outdoor?
Yeah.
How far are you shooting? What's the weather like where you are? I'm sure, like, I don't know, in the Mid-East to East Coast, you have a lot more either water/snow/wind, rather than out here in the West where you really just deal with how much sunshine is there affecting my BBs.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a very complicated question of where exactly you are.
Yeah. So first question that we should dive into properly. Which one do you think we should go into? What are you feeling?
What am I feeling?
Yeah. What tickles your pickle?
Dude, I have a pickle? Must be the best pickle on the planet. Yes.
Okay, let's not go there.
Well, you started it. Okay, look, if you can't
Let's
take
finish
the question, if you can't take the
Pick
question.
a question, Jesse.
I like how I am down to the leadership, like deciding the whole thing. But okay, fine. Bang rules. Let's go into that.
I like that.
Because here at the local field, at a GamePod Combat Zone, of where we mostly play, just because A, proximity, B, because we love the place, and C, because we see gorgeous people there. I mean, long flowing locks and just the massive amount of BBs to the forehead.
Yeah.
And we do at this arena. We definitely do operate with the bang rule, just because of how much close proximity there is, and due to the FPS limit and what the weight BBs they are.
Yeah, for sure. At the field, there's a good mixture of both long range and point blank. You can shoot across the field
for sure.
a couple hundred feet, and then you can turn a corner and there's somebody there.
Yeah, I don't know if it comes up on camera, but I do have like a little red spot right here, and I actually got ripped in the face by one fellow. He shot me with a CO2 pistol, which with most compressed gases of CO2 can go upwards of like 350 to 400 easy, when most green gas pistols are usually like about
maybe 300.
250 to 300, around there. So, I mean, I took one straight to the forehead, and it definitely like left a mark, and I had to go to work like that the next day because I usually play on a Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, it didn't heal. I was called Unicorn Boy for almost the entire day. Yeah. I actually wore a hat for 3 days in a row. They were like, what happened? I was like, I don't want to talk about it. And a couple of my coworkers follow me on Instagram, so they saw it immediately.
Yeah, of course.
But with the bang rule there, it's basically we have green tag weapons, which are considered 350 and below, 350 FPS and below. They are within a 10 foot radius, 10 foot
10 feet.
Yeah,
10 feet. And then between 300 and 400 FPS is the red tagged weapons, and that's 25 feet.
Mm-hmm. Anything above that is strictly banned.
Yeah. So a lot of people hate the bang rule.
Yeah, I catch a lot of that too, of public opinion.
Yeah. I mean, I don't hear a lot of people about how much they love the bang rule. It's more about how they don't like it.
For me, myself, I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Just for the pure fact of I don't want to take a rifle round to the face.
Yeah.
A lot of people do run red tag weapons. That is how most rifles are coming out of the box, unless you get like a specifically... it states like Classic Army's coming out with a lot of like entry level guns that are strictly at 350 and below. Like Crytek,
good CQB stuff.
Yeah, Crytek puts a strictly an M100 or 110 spring in there, which keeps you straight pretty much at like between 310 and 350 around there.
Yeah, for like the PDW.
Yeah, and a lot of them like Knights Armament, any of the JGs or whichever, always come out of the box shooting like 375 to 400 because they expect you to be outdoors of it.
Yeah.
And especially when you get a new rifle, the spring hasn't worn in, so it's not contracting as fast, it's not compressing as fast, and so it's going to be a very hot gun off the beginning until you really like break it in after the first 1,000 rounds, I believe.
Yeah. But I feel like a lot of the hate for the bang rule actually comes towards a lot of the confusion that it can create on the field. A guy turns a corner and they say bang, and a lot of people, they want to be immersed. Just like a video game, they want to be immersed and pretend that they're out there on a battlefield, and so like they feel like if you have to say bang, it just kills it for them.
Yeah, but at the same time, the reason why I enjoy the bang rule is, like I said, I don't want to take a BB to my face. Mm-hmm. Say, like you said, come around a corner, you don't see them, immediately someone puts a gun in your face and pulls the trigger. Yeah. Because you're not going to call it out. Yeah. And most people coming into this game, especially like arenas, like around the world or in the States alone, are not going to have a pistol on hand. Yeah. A lot of people don't have one because...
Yeah, especially if you're just starting out. Because they only have a little bit of money for a rifle.
Exactly. You have a sweatshirt, a battery, some garbage BBs. Yeah. And a rifle. The rifle probably is the most money on them that they've put an investment into. Yeah. And I can understand, like... I can understand the reason why that bang rule is instituted for that strictly.
Yeah. Yeah, like I was saying, the problem is when it does create confusion, and I think it's really is needed at GamePod specifically because
many different players come in.
Yeah,
so many come through that door.
Anywhere from beginner to immediate, and along with there's also long range to short range, and so they have to put those rules on. I think legally for insurance they have to.
Yeah, legally here, especially here in California, in order to have insurance, there's to actually, there's your amount of cuteness. Oh, she made it up here.
Yeah.
Oh, she got jealous. But basically for insurance purposes and the fact that to legally operate a field, especially here in California on the West Coast. Mm-hmm. You kind of do have to have the insurance in case somebody does get hurt. Because say, for example, if you don't sign a waiver when you show up, there's some broken glass on the field. Because there are cars on this field with actual vehicle glass in it. Mm-hmm. And I've actually was reffing there at one time, and actually someone threw those new TMR grenades.
TMR impact grenades.
Yeah, impact grenades in it. And those little metal strike plates can actually shatter a glass perfectly.
Totally.
So, I mean, there's glass all over the place. Yeah. So, I mean, if nobody signed that insurance waiver, some kid would slash themselves open and the field would be shut down immediately because you're running a hazardous area. Yeah. Which I can understand from a business standpoint of owning a field, operating the field, actually having a place for the community to play. Otherwise, you end up like a couple states where I remember watching your live streams a couple times. There's actually people out there that want to get into airsoft
and they can't.
But they can't because there's physically no fields.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's probably because it's not that popular there, or it's not as big of a following as it is out here on the West Coast. Or maybe some
legal restrictions.
Exactly.
The States. Yeah.
Exactly. But I mean, should you with something?
Yeah. Okay. She's good. But when it comes to the bang rule, I totally get why people don't like it.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with it.
And at certain fields, I'm okay with not having it. When I went to U.S. Airsoft World.
Outdoor fields, I don't mind.
Outdoor fields. When I went to U.S. Airsoft World, they had 4 guns that were 350 and below. They didn't have a 10-foot minimum. They had 0 engagement.
Okay, so 350 I can understand.
Right. And anything above that, they had, I don't remember what feet. It was probably like 20 feet.
They had like a 2 separated field sort of deal?
No, it was all one field, but they separated the types of guns, sort of. They said, okay, if your gun is 350 and above, then you're limited on how close you can shoot someone. But if you're 350 and below, then there's no limit. You can shoot them point blank.
Yeah, see that makes sense.
But what was really nice about the culture of the players that were there,
very respectful.
Nobody was overspraying anybody, and I had encounters with people point blank. I was in the dark around the corner with a gun, and I see a face come popping through a doorway. It's automatic. I just said bang, and the guy's like, "Oh yeah, you got me."
Yeah, but see,
and there's no bang rule there.
But see, that's more of like a courtesy where a lot of people.
I didn't want to shoot him in the face.
Yeah, no, exactly that. But see, a mandatory bang rule is in place strictly for those players that don't give a shit. Yeah. There's a lot of players that want to abuse the fact that they are shooting projectiles at people.
Oh, CAS says 20 feet away for 350 and above at that field. He's a ref at
for 350?
Yeah, and above. 20 feet away.
Oh, okay.
350 and below is 0 engagement.
Okay, yeah, see, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah. But is there a lot more real estate there?
Yeah.
But I mean, GamePod's pretty huge.
Yeah,
but it's got a lot more buildings like closer up.
Right. That there wasn't as much CQB at that field. There was like 2 warehouses that you can go into, and there was total CQB, like I said. That's where I played a lot because that's what I'm used to. But there was plenty of like hundreds of feet away, long engagement stuff.
Yeah. So Bang Rule is definitely field specific, I would say. Yeah. I would definitely say that.
Yeah.
I mean, I often don't use the bang roll unless I get like really stupid close to somebody. I just say, hey, you have the option. I can shoot you or you can walk away.
Yeah. And
I've done that to Tag before during the TTT from our barbecues.
Oh, yeah.
I caught him in one of the alleys at the courtyard.
Yeah.
And if people have played there before, you know that little alley between, gun shop and where the bus is? That little alley right there. Yep. I caught him in there. Yeah. And he's all like, oh, hey, Jesse. And I just put my gun in his face. Be quiet and sit down. Or he's like, what? I wish he would release that footage. I try to get that from him because that was great.
That was on his camera, right?
Yeah, that was on his camera. So
okay. He's probably got it somewhere.
I don't know, mug him or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, take him out back, teach him a lesson.
Okay.
Just slap him silly. The rubber chicken, hopefully.
A rubber chicken.
Like the Air Force. The Air Force test with the chest.
Oh, I love that video.
But, yeah, bang rule is definitely field specific, I would say.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Outdoor fields, I don't really see much of a need for it because usually you're not engaging that close.
Yeah.
Not unless your buildings are stinking close where you can stick your gun out and it touches the other wall.
Yeah.
like CQB City, that place is just compact as hell.
Yeah, and there's a zero engagement distance, and it's 400 FPS guns.
Yeah.
And people will light you up there.
And I'll be honest, I don't hear a lot of good news out of CQB, but I understand. But I can see like a lot of people would prefer not to play there, but a lot of people do enjoy that. Yeah, which is great. There's a field for everybody.
Yeah, it's good. It's actually good that they're there because then the people that like that style of gameplay can go there and enjoy it.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean,
it's as simple as that.
I mean, this goes to the Speedsoft versus Milsim versus Milsoft. See the transition. You like that?
Millspeed.
Oh, Millspeed. It's called Millspeed.
Millspeed.
See, I don't pay attention. I just play the game.
See, that's what I tell people. I like the people always ask me Milsim or Speedsoft for me, and I always say Millspeed.
I just show. See, for me, it's just the old guy in pants and running around and hope you don't fall on your face.
Yeah.
That's for me.
Yeah.
Who do I get to shoot today? Yeah. Just show up and play.
But yeah. So for the new players out there is sort of a culture of Speedsoft and Milsim, and there's just two different ways of playing airsoft.
Yeah. I'm glad we both agree on this topic because we've talked about this before, in private. Yeah. Like we both agree on it, and I'm very glad we do. A lot of people will lean one way or the other. It's like being in politics. One person will have an opinion this way. One person.
And unfortunately, it is a little like politics because it's actually it's two different ways to play the same game. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, well, there's pros and cons to both, and actually both kind of have their negative. Vibes toward them, you know.
Yeah,
both do.
If we're talking ways to win a game, like specifically, because airsoft is very much an objective-based sport. Yeah. But because even with team deathmatch or elimination or anything, you have an objective: get rid of the other guys. That is your objective. Yeah. And you have multiple people playing different ways to make that happen. Yeah. It's definitely like I hate to do it, but it's like. Literally Call of Duty and Battlefield. It's like slapping the two together and hoping one of them works. Yeah. And I mean, to be honest, Speedsoft on its own is a lot faster pace.
Oh yeah.
If you think in like modern military tactics, you have fast cavalry. That's how I look at them. They are literally the blitzkrieg troops. Yeah. They are meant to run in very fast. Make chaos, make people confused, and if you are able to secure something, great. You secure it, wait for your backup, and then you move on. Yeah. Which, I mean, is a viable strategy. It's like saying camping. Oh, camping is for noobs. Camping's not a strategy. It totally is a strategy.
It's totally a strategy.
That is how people secure
buildings.
Pitch a tent,
light a fire, ladies and gentlemen.
We should do that one day. Just bring a bag of marshmallows and sit in the back office like if somebody comes in. What?
I'll bring a Zippo lighter and just will set it down and like literally roast.
I'll get one of those little Sterno cans.
Yeah. Turn on a radio.
Oh, that would be perfect. We should get like beach chairs and set them up in there ahead of time. And then it was like find the lagoon. That's one of the objectives. Yeah. Whoever hangs out with us.
Do it for barbecue.
Oh, that's actually really good. Shit, should we have said anything?
It's too late now. Ah, damn it. Too late now. We're doing it.
We should do it in the bank vault. Nobody goes in there.
That's no one in there. No
No
one
one
ever
ever.
goes there.
I've-
It is like right next to that spawn, but we can switch spawns for you.
Well, see, that's the way we run spawns against Backwall and
Yeah. Airport and school.
no,
Like switch the spawns.
like a kill house and the back empty where the old apartments used to be.
Mm-hmm.
So we do that.
Yeah.
That's like the best places to do that.
Yeah.
Because then we just sit in the bank and we just pump at the jams.
I don't like that
Dude,
game
we
mode
should
where
just-
we just sit on our ass.
Just
while
do
everyone-
Bob Marley, and everybody who comes in has to get us out of there. VIP extraction.
Bonus points if you can make a s'more.
Dude, they have to like sit there and put a s'more.
They have to
together
make a
get out.
s'more.
Okay, see, podcast is good for making the ideas for the barbecues. And just so everybody's aware, FTD SOC barbecue is actually coming up on the 26th, I believe we said.
Sure.
Saturday the 26th, end of this August.
Yeah.
And usually we run food,
That'd be
we run custom games. We have almost all of our members. I want to say that like it's getting bigger
Everybody
every
shows
time
up
we
for
do
that.
it.
Yeah, it's like even for the inactive members, they'll like
Once a month thing is great.
Yeah, it's perfect for them because it's everyone's there. They get to see everybody, and the games are really good.
There's food,
and it's like the one time that they like kind of want to go.
Yeah. Shout out to all the staff at GamePod, especially Craig, Raul, Nico, which is an FTD member, but he definitely does Moonlight.
Yeah, Josh.
Slut. I don't know. We don't talk about Josh.
Oh,
yeah, Josh is not a thing. And then TJ, of course.
Yeah.
But those guys definitely know how to run a place.
Yeah.
Apart from maybe their timing on game cycles.
Yeah, it can be hard to organize that stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, you seen their new timer right in the lobby?
Yeah, I told them about that, and
Yeah.
Nico took that idea and said, "Screw it, we'll do it."
Yeah,
Because me and
just do
Nico
it.
had a conversation where we were playing games, and we are like, "Just put it up there, because then nobody can argue with it."
Yeah.
Because nobody can say, "Oh, it's been 15 minutes," and then TJ time is like half an hour later. We call that TJ time. It's like Filipino time. It's like hours later, and then you get to go in a game.
Yeah.
But okay, we kind of deviated from topic, but
A
you know
little
what?
bit.
That's good because then people get to know us. But back to the Speedsoft Milsim thing. Speedsoft is a viable strategy.
Yeah.
It
wow,
is.
is that what we were talking about originally?
I think so. But really, it is a viable strategy. It sucks sometimes,
Totally.
especially for people that don't want to play that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like entering a video game where you don't want to deal with it, but you have to because you're in the game like that.
Well, also, Speedsoft can be played like solo Speedsoft. Like, it's like 5-on-5, super small field.
Oh my god.
And it's elimination.
It's a nightmare, especially if you're like me. I'm almost like 300 pounds. I can run pretty fast. But these guys just truck.
the
There's no
sticks.
stopping them. Yeah. And they're already at the objective. It's really hard to kick them out because
Yeah.
they just sit there and shoot as much as they can. And then by the time they're out of ammo, their backup's already arrived.
Yeah.
And then half your field's gone.
Yeah, but there's actually something pretty attractive about the idea of playing like that because it's extremely athletic and it's extremely sport. It's paintball for airsoft.
It's mad respect for these guys because they have to be in good condition to run that
They do.
fast. I mean, there is no denying that fact.
Oh, yeah.
But at the same time, I am more leaning towards a Milsim side of things. I mean, I don't play dress up where I'm like in the super multicam where I spend like thousands on my gear.
Yeah.
I don't run
18 hours hiking and a
I
half
know.
hour
It's
shooting.
like, oh yeah, you're like, woo! I spent like 100 BBs. Yeah, I only carry 3 mags on me. Sweet. And no, but it's like respect to those guys because they want to actually play dress up. They want to do the whole experience, which is good. It's really fun. I find great enjoyment in that as well. I mean, I haven't done a
It's
full
cool.
Milsim yet.
I haven't done one either. I've been talking to Colton for those of you guys that know Colton, and he's been doing some Milsims. And Nico actually went.
Yeah, Stucky and Nico have been bugging me to go to Operation Frostbite in December.
Yeah, and I kind of want to go.
You want to go?
Well,
I'll let you borrow some of the gear, dude.
Well, see, I was even thinking like I want to go to Fort Ord this month or
Again,
whatever. But not even to play. Like I don't even feel like playing. I just feel like going, hanging out, and shooting photos.
I think it's because the last time we went, it was like super muggy and steamy.
Oh.
Remember, we were all just like we took off our helmets. There's all sweat everywhere.
Wait, what are you talking about?
When we were talking about the pallet house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I kind of want to just. Even if I don't get to play, I want to go be a part of it, shoot photos.
It's such a drive though for us.
Is it? I thought it was only like 3 hours.
Oh, from where you're coming out of Nevada, yeah.
No, are you talking about Frostbite or Fort Ord?
Fort Ord.
Oh well, I mean, isn't it still like 3 hours from Antioch?
No. Oh yeah, I guess Monterey.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I guess I'm still like because the last time I went, I was living in Hayward.
Oh, okay.
Nico drove my butt. That's why I was asleep. I didn't notice it.
Okay. Last time we went to Fort Ord, it was myself, Harrison,
Chris,
and Chris, and we were all in the car, and we left the house
You guys
at
had,
4 a.m.
4? I thought you guys left early because you had to get Chris, and Chris literally pulled an all-nighter after work.
He did.
Yeah.
We found him. We were at his house, and we found him.
He fell asleep.
He was in the car. He was in the car. We were like waiting for him to come out of the house, and he just like the door opens to a car, and he walks out like he was already dressed in his stuff.
Yeah, it's so Chris. Let's be honest. McMillan always like that. He's always like.
Sorry if you have no idea who these people are. We're just kind of we're storytelling.
Well, I mean, storytelling's nice. It keeps the podcast interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, look, somebody's saying hi.
Hey.
Yo. Okay, here, let's do the shout-outs now.
All right.
Hello, random people. Okay, we're done.
Harrison, what is this, a talk show?
Yeah, what's wrong with that, huh?
Come on, man.
Hey, Harrison, we would have invited you, but, you ain't showing up anytime soon.
Let's see. Ryan Moore, what's going on? Shout out to you, my friend. CAS Airsoft team, as usual, the guys up at the field I just talked about.
Whoa,
US Airsoft
Jesse
World.
Burr, what do you mean y'all don't even airsoft?
Y'all don't even air. No, you don't know.
Come on.
Anyway, moving on.
I'm such a freaking flyer. They gave me a membership pack. Dude, if I asked Craig, do you think he would actually print me out one?
No. I don't think he would.
I
He'd
think
say print yourself out one.
he'd say me print myself out one, and
Yeah.
he'd sign it. Yeah.
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 Anyway.
I should give him a cardboard box next time. Just say, sign my box. You're a celebrity now.
Yeah. Anyway, I think there's also a lot of tension when it comes to Speedsoft.
Oh, God, yeah.
I think the main reason for that is because, especially at our field, is because Speedsoft
clashing.
Speedsoft itself like looks cool when it's like a Speedsoft environment.
Dude, if it's all Speedsofters,
yeah,
that's
super badass.
It's an amazing game to watch. I wouldn't play, but I'd watch it.
Yeah, no, it's really interesting to watch. But the problem is that the local players don't have access to a Speedsoft area to go to. They have to go to GamePod, and then they want a Speedsoft.
That's why I'm kind of thinking like
CQB
City would definitely be a thing if they cleared out some of the side alleys. If they made it a little wider.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if they gave like straight lanes, a lot of it, like Tax City South, I see a lot of.
I feel like if CQB City like devoted themselves to Speedsoft and like a Speedsoft,
it'd be the golden mecca.
Yeah,
because you have SoCal with Tax City South. I know Iron Man does there, and then you've got Tac Fatale with all of them. They like help run those. Competitions, and I actually watch those. I mean, I don't have anything against Speedsoft. I don't like playing against them because it's like
they're really interesting to watch though.
They're interesting, and then I definitely do like watching the Milsim ones because then you're like, oh yeah, great, and then you can see like the interesting just tactics, how everything works, and it's like there's both of them.
Yeah.
Like I know you and me just sit somewhere in between where we're more of the casual airsofters. We show up on a weekend. Play.
I have a really ghetto rig. Like I don't spend a lot of money on my airsoft stuff. I really don't. I think my most expensive PC equipment is the Crytek. It's like $300.
Yeah.
And then I've got my like $60 plate carrier, and I go in like borrowed BDUs, Harrison's BDUs that he like gave me, or I bought from him or something.
Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't ripped those yet. Those have been running for like almost a year and a half now.
And they were used. They were from a Army surplus.
What brand? Like old Rothko ones?
Something. I don't even know.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, it's the multicam, but it's like really faded. It's not multi-glam at all. It's like faded.
Yeah, no, yeah. It's like
covered in dirt.
It's the smudge camo.
Yeah.
If CQB City directly devoted to like Speedsoft itself, that would be an awesome mecca of just Speedsoft culture.
And then they could host tournaments there. They could host their 5-gun whatever that thing is.
3-gun challenge. Or
3-gun challenge. Yeah. And in fact, even if they set up like cameras on the field and then like regularly live streamed it,
that could definitely change the public opinion of the place.
Oh,
for sure.
Yeah.
Because I know GamePod would never do it because it's a very bad place to do it. It's not small enough. And there's just not enough access for that much movement. Mm-hmm. I mean, in like the big games, because they run in 45-minute blocks, there's a lot of room for doing whatever.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot of room to just do straight like arena style like paintball matches. Like paintball itself, I love watching tournaments. I love watching the Vegas Opens. I sit there and watch them at work. Yeah. It's like, don't you play airsoft? Yeah, but I can enjoy paintball too. Whatever. Yeah. I used to play it. I mean, why not? But I mean, definitely there are like Fort Ord is definitely solid Milsim.
Oh, WCA Ron, I saw him today. He says CQB. He doesn't like CQB City because they don't allow flashlights.
Why would they not allow flashlights?
I actually remember that last time I was there, which was forever ago. They said no flashlights.
Is it just so that they don't blind people, like straight up?
I think so.
Well,
like
people
they were
are
worried about safety or something.
So they're not worried about minimum engagement, but they're worried about flashlight.
I don't know. I don't know what the flashlight thing is.
So unless people are like running like a couple thousand lumens into your face, I mean, like somebody like I'm hold on. Let me imagine this scenario. Okay, you know, like those bad cop dramas where they have like the flashlight, like where were you on the night of the 4th?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I'm imagining a guy coming around a corner with his main handgun, stop, put his gun down, pull his flashlight, and go bang. It's like,
yeah, I don't know.
Hey, whatever, all to them.
I don't know why. I don't know. Yeah, I don't.
I wish lasers would be banned from game pods. They serve no purpose because you know
Oh,
what?
just
They
lasers?
don't. Well, because they don't. I mean, what are you gonna shoot?
They give the enemy position away. I don't care. Like, let the enemies use the lasers. I'll shoot at the laser.
The only time I would use a laser is if like, hey, they're over there. They're like, where? And my
You
teammates
point.
go, where? And you go, it's right there.
Yeah.
You see that? Okay,
Yeah.
now they know where I am, so make sure you get them out of there.
Yeah.
But lasers and airsoft serve no purpose. Your BB is never gonna go straight. There is not enough just physical momentum to get hit on that dot of the BB.
Yeah.
Even if you have like the greatest gun in the world, it's never gonna hit in that exact spot.
Yeah.
Laser, I mean, it's light. It doesn't deviate that much.
Yeah. Well, I mean, lasers are really only supposed to be used super close up, so that you don't have to.
You don't have to sight aim.
Yeah, like coming around the corner and there's an enemy there, you got to take him down right now. You just put your laser on him.
Okay, yes, but that's still. I mean, you gotta think about it. How long does it take to activate that laser? Half a second of reaction time?
Mm-hmm. Unless it's like a constant on and you're controlling where the laser is going before you come into a.
Hold on, I gotta say, I like the kids that run around with their flashlights on all the time.
Oh man, there was someone that was doing that today. Yeah, it didn't go well.
Because literally your lights are bright enough where I can see you.
And I know you're coming around the corner because I could see it. And
see, I think both of us are definitely shadow players. We like to hide in nooks and crannies and pop out and grab people.
Yeah.
And so
I like getting in the spots. I love running my tracer unit. My tracer unit is my favorite accessory right now. I just like it. Yeah, I think it's cool. I think it looks cool.
Me, myself, I'm so against tracers.
No, I love it.
It's nice to watch BBs, but it definitely gives you away, too.
Oh, yeah. Well, what I was about to say is, like, when I get into spots like the bus or whatever where people can't really see you, I just click the button, turn it off, and keep shooting.
Okay, that's a good idea. Okay, so
I was like, if I need to hide right now, I just turn it off and just keep going.
Yeah, see, that's why I stopped running a radio, because people could, even if I had like a headphone on, you can still hear a little bit, because they're never like, they never sound like stopping. Even if you wear like the full muffs, and you have the little like the what is it?
The tubes do pretty good. Yeah, a little tube in the air.
Yeah, but then you like lost like half your hearing on one side.
Yeah.
I mean, I tried that. Yeah, I tried that before. You just stop hearing, and hearing is like my best weapon, especially if I'm so far in the back. I get team killed more than I do get enemy killed, if that makes sense. I'm so far ahead, and I'm usually so far behind enemy lines, and I'm taking them off behind it or cutting off them from flanking.
Yeah.
It's like I need that hearing, because I know you've been locked in a building with me before, where you would where I would hear something, and I would go, "Hey, get down for a second." You'd pop down, and then when they come around, you'd have a dot on them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, hearing is a good part of it. Like, beginning players definitely need to make use of that.
Yeah.
A lot of beginning players will sit back at spawn or move in their groups of friends, which is great. It's great to hang out with your friends. But if you're planning to evolve in this sport, you have to realize, what is your play style?
Yeah.
How do you want to play? Do you want to play... I want to play the rear guy that kind of sits midway and be like a standard rifleman where I just shoot wherever stuff happens.
Yeah.
Or I want to be the far rear support guy with a sniper rifle.
Nico.
A lot. Yeah. Well, I mean, for him, he really loves it, and it's really dependent on the person.
Yeah.
Like for me, I know I'm like the scout. I'm up front. Are you cold? You need to.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
No, I'm good.
You're like.
I'm okay. Whatever.
Just need to do something with your hands.
Yeah.
But and then you like to move around more.
Yeah.
You definitely like to move around.
I like to move around, flank as much as possible, hang out in the corner, wait for enemies to pass,
exactly,
shoot them in the butt.
And really with like new players with the fields, once you get to know the field very well,
then
you understand it.
Yeah.
Like I've brought new players that have never touched an airsoft gun in their life, never touched paintball, and they just show up because like, oh, that looks cool.
Yeah.
And I get them interested by saying, they're like, oh, I don't know where to go. I'm just going to follow you. I'm like, trust me, you're not going to be able to follow me. What you need to do is just explore the map.
Yeah.
By the second game, you understand where you're going.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all you got to do.
In fact, that's like half the fun is, especially going to new fields if you're an experienced player, half the fun is
Mapping
walking
out the
around
place,
with your unit or your friends or whatever, and you have an objective to take care of, and just kind of trying to explore the map and go this way. It's like, oh, this is a dead end. We have to turn around and go up this way.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. That's even just fun. Even if you're not shooting at anybody, you don't need to be shooting at anybody to have fun.
Yeah, in the end of all, we're playing a game. Nobody should be making fun of somebody else for not doing the game the way they play.
Yeah.
That is probably the number one thing I hate about this community. It's my way or the highway for a lot of people, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
Because it really...
It's a game. It's just supposed to have fun. Play it how you want.
Yeah, it really secludes a lot of people, and it really turns off a lot of people.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. Especially here in California, California is very gun-phobic.
Oh, yeah.
Very gun-phobic.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
it's even harder to play a sport that you use realistic looking guns. They're considered replicas.
Yeah.
Even if they are just you're shooting a ballistic weapon.
Yeah.
It is shooting a little white BB.
Yeah.
Or black or clear or whatever you want. If you're a horrible person, you're using biovols. And you are physically hitting a target.
Yeah.
You are putting kinetic energy into somebody else.
Yeah.
And it's considered a ballistic weapon.
Yeah.
Even if it is small.
Yeah.
But that's why protective equipment is out there. And people need to understand, you don't got to be serious about it. A lot of people just play this sport, they rent the gun, or they borrow their friends. A little Springer. We can do a Springer off for the hell of it. Just buy little clear plastic Walmart Springers and pop each other. We've done Nerf games like that.
Oh yeah, that's how I started airsoft. Was buying Springers from Walmart and Big Five.
And shooting your friends.
And then getting the cops called on you because
you're on the streets. You're actually using it. Yeah. And then
it's a bunch of 12-year-olds shooting each other with plastic BBs.
Grandma Willie's going to the street yelling at you, "Get off my lawn!"
I heard a tink on my window. You shot my house.
You shot my house. I'm suing you, boys. And then you scramble.
And you just run.
Start hopping fences with the neighbors. Yeah, it's meant to be fun. You're meant to have these stories of companionship. You're meant to be out there with your friends.
Yeah.
It's sure if you play by yourself, great, awesome. You are enjoying something that you and very few are able to experience.
Yeah.
But don't make it your righteous crusade against other people.
I mean, I think that's there's going to be those kind of people in everything.
Every hobby.
Absolutely. And even the workplace.
I used to play miniature gaming with Warhammer 40,000, fantasy, all that stuff. And there are definitely
there's
people
going to be
that.
the elitists, and they look down on new people because they don't know.
But you know how to deal with that? You don't play against them.
Oh yeah, no.
You ignore the hell out of them.
Yeah.
They learn not to bug you.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with airsoft.
Yeah, it's
don't take it personally.
Yeah, it's like hopping in in a forum of anything and asking a newbie question. You're gonna have people wow, this is such basic stuff. How do you not know this? It's
always ask questions.
Yeah.
I love when new players approach me and ask me a question about something I have on me or something I did.
Yep.
Even on an enemy team, if I pop out of a corner, they're like, "Oh, I didn't even see you there." I'm like, "Here, what you do? You use this and make sure your shadow doesn't hit anything because lighting is a big thing there."
Yeah.
And just sharing that information is what grows. Let's be honest. This is a sport. You physically run around.
Yeah.
You do everything there. It's a sport. I call it a sport. You can call it a simulation. Whatever.
Yeah.
You can consider
depending on how you play, whatever you want.
Yeah. You have to make it fun for you, and be able to have other people come into it. Otherwise, you play against the same people every day, and then you get tired of them or whatever. There's no more challenge. You're no longer progressing in your sport of choice.
Yeah.
It's like a baseball player that just keeps swinging and never plays infield.
Yeah.
Or a football player that just was a quarterback. All he does is throw the ball a day. He doesn't run anything. Sometimes I'm sure at practice they're like, "Oh, I want to be the wide receiver for a moment." Yeah, practice. Woo, caught the ball. I'm sure they want to catch it every now and then.
Yeah.
You can't have people bring other people down.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah.
And I will willingly stick up for anybody that would... If I see someone bullying somebody else about that, I tell them straight up, you can go.
Yeah.
You're my target for the rest of the game. And if you get tired of me and you leave, I have achieved my purpose.
Yeah. I agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
We should probably go back to one of the
what
main
time? What
topics.
are we at right now?
45 minutes, but technically we're only at 30.
That's true. We're actually doing pretty good.
I think we made it through 2 points.
2 points.
But yeah, that's the main thing. I think we started Milsim, Speedsoft, and it just devolved from there.
Yeah.
See what I said? What I said just devolves quickly.
Yeah.
But okay. So next up would probably be so we did that. Good guns for beginners. You can take this one because I know you have your own opinion on this.
Oh man. For those of you that are aware, every single time I turn on this live stream. By the way, hello everyone in the live stream. All the few of you that are in there. I hope you're enjoying yourselves. Someone asks me, "Hey, I'm new. I need a gun. What should I get? Or what's the best beginner gun? Or whatever." Mm-hmm. First of all, it does depend, but we won't lay out all the variables and factors and stuff.
What you need to know is where do you play?
Yeah.
How far are you shooting?
Yeah.
What can you afford?
Yeah. That's it.
Are you willing to pay for reliability and long lasting so you don't have to buy another one? Are you willing to pay for cheap and easy where you can run it till it dies and then you go, either I can fix it or I can buy a better one.
Yeah.
Or I can upgrade. Generally
what I recommend people, if they're shooting,
plinkers,
anywhere from CQB range to like a medium range, I always say this. I always generally recommend like the G&G combat machine combat or the Raider, whatever people.
Combat machine I love just because it's such a
simple gun,
BB gun.
Yeah.
And if it goes down, everybody knows how to fix it. Everybody. You can stick a stick in that thing and it still shoots. You're like, oh, stuck a stick in here. And like, it shoots the little bits of stick.
There was that time. Do you remember that time when Mike went to the Navy SEAL thingy?
Yes.
I was there with him.
I know.
And we set up like 50 G&G combat machines. Mm-hmm. Like threw them out of the box, put batteries in them, adjusted the hop up, set the sight, everything. And I did it so I handled like dozens and dozens.
They're tanks.
Yeah.
They are tanks.
I mean, the body feels meh.
Flimsy, but the inside, the guts is where it counts.
Shoots well.
It doesn't look pretty, but my God, it's like Frankenstein.
You set your hop up correctly, and you look down the sight, and it does all right.
It goes.
And it's only 150-ish.
Yeah. Usually I recommend either the combat machine from G&G. A lot of G&G guns are very good. Like a few of them are definitely very like eating a warhead and you want to scrunch your face up. Like I mean, you get your hands on, you're like, ugh. And it's just I've definitely been recommending Classic Army lately. Like the newer lines, the newer down the way lines.
I haven't really gotten to use any of the guns.
The problem is a lot of people instantly want to replace the guts.
Yeah. Well, that's what a lot of people do, no matter what gun they get.
I know, but a lot of people don't think it through. It's like these BB guns were engineered to work this certain way.
Yeah.
And what do you immediately do? Take all the parts out, stick it in.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with cars.
Yeah.
Oh, I have an X engine in here. I bought it with the car. Just replace that with something else.
Yeah.
But nobody does that because it's stupid, and they know it's meant to fit that way.
It's way too expensive. But with an airsoft gun, you can.
Yeah. And I mean,
like when I bought the Crytek, I wanted a gun that I didn't want to do anything to. I wanted to pull it out of the box and use it.
That took you a long time to go there, and that's only after you like saw everybody else touch one, handle one, get the reviews on it.
Yeah.
Like I've heard a lot of people have trouble with Crytek.
Oh yeah, my valve thingy, my O-ring in the cylinder needs fixing.
Mine blew out too.
Yeah, because my FPS is at like 300 now.
Oh, it's
at 300.
You're not getting a seal.
Nah, apparently not.
Give it to Nico. He literally put a $2 fix in there.
Yeah. Walter also offered help too. So
$2.
Yeah.
Probably like 98 cents, honestly.
For the O-ring.
It's only $2 because you had to buy 10 of them.
Do you sell these in singles?
Yeah, it's like nobody's like. So I mean, it's a very easy fix. Like with the Crytek, you can replace that O-ring for a tougher, just ring that has a probably better seal.
Yeah.
But honestly, they make gearboxes so nice.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like okay.
Someone actually was just telling me. Who was it? I don't remember who was telling me this yesterday when I was at GamePod last night, and they actually were just talking about amoebas.
I fired a few of those. They're pretty cool.
They said they're actually cheaper than Crytek's, and he said he loves it way more. He said it works better.
See, I've heard hits or misses on the amoebas just because it's very how well wasn't inspected down the line, and then it gets to actually end consumer, or if it's got to the shop and they've tweaked it or pulled something out of it. It's really down to it.
Yeah. You said out of the box, it works great. So I don't know. That kind of caught my interest, and yeah. Oh, it was Supreme Vermin. I can't remember his name. You know
I know of him.
Yeah.
Like we, especially the people
short blonde hair,
like, the veterans, the ones that are around. I definitely have heard of him.
Oh yeah.
I think I met him once.
Yeah.
Met him once.
Makes a lot of gameplay videos and stuff. Anyway, so beginner guns, generally I recommend the G&G Combat Machine just because it's cheap and it works a while.
And I'll go Classic Army just because I'm very much biased because Delta J is my buddy, and
Josh is cool. I like Josh.
I'll help him. I do have some issues with it, like the MOSFET. The MOSFET is a definite no-no for me.
Oh.
I've seen too many cases of it either shorting out, lighting on fire, or just not working. And I think they've updated it in the newer ones because when they were first, like, especially with like new Nemesis line looks really good. Like it's all touched up and fixed.
Yeah.
And I definitely like how all their stuff is wired to Dean's and has the swap.
Yeah,
to me right out of the box.
Like out of the box, Dean's.
That is awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. They're thinking ahead.
Because eventually you'll go to a battery and you realize, oh, Dean's are great.
Yeah.
And you just get such a good circuit out of them, and they're just so much better.
Yeah.
So if anybody asks that question, Dean's or Tamiya, Dean's all the way. Thank you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. They are better. I still don't use them.
Dude, how many people do you know with a hookup for that?
Everyone.
Okay, you see one that works there that is on a friendly team that'll willingly do it for free.
Yeah.
You just gotta bring him your gun for maybe about 2 minutes when he's there. Just have me text him ahead of time.
Yeah.
Come on. There's no excuse at this point. It's like, I don't just because I don't.
You gotta fix that seal first.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
2 minutes.
Well, wait, is it a quick change spring in there?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
It's a Crytek gearbox. You
Okay.
literally put 2 screws, pop out, whoop, done, walk away.
Wait, can you change the
O-ring? No, you have to
you
pull,
gotta open it up.
You have to pull the shell off.
Oh,
but in the Crytek gearboxes, they don't have any, like, before you'd have to pop it open and springs go flying everywhere if you're not careful.
I've done that plenty of times.
So I mean, I've heard those horrors like,
all right, I'm just gonna throw this away. I'm just gonna buy a new gun now.
But with the quick change spring, you pop the spring out and you just pop it open and it all stays there.
Yeah.
So I mean, literally, you just pull it out, pop off,
and
then change the O-ring, walk away, put it all back together, and you're done. Yeah. So I mean, that's another thing why I like Crytek's.
Yeah.
The externals of Crytek's I have problems with sometimes though.
Yeah.
I have heard a lot of stories, especially from like Eric and I think you had a problem.
Stock is wobbly.
Yeah, it's wobbly or something cracking on it. Some of that, but I'm thinking that's more of just there's a defect there, and usually their customer support is pretty like nifty.
Actually,
about
one thing was the trigger. Remember my trigger?
Yeah, your trigger dropped out.
No, it didn't. It broke.
It broke in half.
Like,
that's right on the top.
Yeah,
I remember that. Okay,
like,
because you were down with that gun for a while.
I was like,
forgot.
Like, well, that was when I was packing up to go to Fort Ord for the first time ever, and I grabbed the gun, and
yeah. Lancer Tactical, do not touch them. They are cheap. They are very cheap. They are very cheap. I mean, I can't emphasize.
I don't know.
That.
I haven't used them.
I hear I either see a lot of kids buy the Lancer Tacticals just because they're so cheap and they're so prevalent.
Yeah.
But I hear nothing but horror stories from them. Like I've seen the gearboxes, and the gears are just shredded because sometimes they have plastic gears in there. Okay. They just fall apart.
Yeah, that's what a couple people are saying. Ryan Moore, thanks for commenting on the stream, man. He says he doesn't like Lancer Tactical either.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. I have someone agreeing with me for once.
Yeah. However, he also said Vulcan guns are bad too, according to this person. But see, I don't have enough experience with like these different brands.
Well, we can go into the tech stuff the next episode because then I'm gonna try to weasel Nico onto here where he can give more of the explanation.
Yeah. We can also get Walter on here. I'm sure he'd love to come.
Walter would be a good one.
Walter would love to come
have 4
on.
mics. We can have a tech argument. He'll argue for HPA and he'll argue for AEGs.
Oh man!
Watch us
then we'll sit here and laugh.
Well, you and me were just like. Even worse, we'll get Travis and Walter.
Oh God!
Because Travis will be encyclopedia.
We don't need a 5-hour podcast.
We'll cut it into multiple parts. Somebody might be bored halfway through it.
Anyway, what's our next topic here?
Gas versus AEG.
Oh, well, that's kind of simple-ish. So if you're new,
that's your opinion.
Well, yeah. So for someone that's just getting in, I would recommend AEG.
Simple, no maintenance, no issues.
Yeah.
If it goes down, everybody can fix it.
Yeah. But then, because...
It's complicated as shit on the inside, though.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
Don't mess with that.
Gas guns are really good. They have an instant trigger response because they're gas.
Realism effect if you're looking for that.
Bolts actually moving and BBs are loading and yeah. Mags weigh a lot. How much do they weigh? Like
they're good pound or two.
Oh, at least, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
a good pound
like
or
a
two.
real steel mag weighs nothing when it's empty.
Yeah, and then when you
These
put
mags
stuff in
are
there-
empty and they're weighing a couple pounds, and you got to drop them in your dump pouch. Plus, each mag costs like $50.
Okay, I can attest to this because I've worn Nico's vest when he used to have his like gas blowback Masada.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god!
Yeah, they're heavy.
Like I felt like I was falling forward. I almost tripped and fell over because I wasn't used to
The
the
mags
weight.
are heavy.
They are heavy,
Mm-hmm.
and you also have the problem of you have to do a lot of maintenance to those
Yeah,
guns.
got to keep it up.
Just because.
A lot of moving parts.
Just
more.
because they are moving. A lot of people buy those gas guns and don't forget to do the maintenance because they went from AEG to gas guns for the realism. And
Got to use the silicone oil and
silicone oil. You got to
Brush it
grease
up.
the bolts. You gotta make sure all the seals are intact.
it's like a real gun.
Yeah, it's like a lot. It's like getting a dog and you're like, oh, I work like 80 hours a week.
Yeah.
I never hope for the dog. Dog's chewing up my furniture. It's like, what you got to be a responsible owner for these things. Don't
Yeah.
just buy it and go like, oh, this is cool. Use it for one day. It's like, shit, I'm out $700.
Yeah. Yeah. But
And then gas leakage, and temperature.
oh, if you have a leaky mag, it could be the worst thing in the world to fix.
And then temperature variances because you got to use
It's true.
different
You
gases.
can't use
for different
them in
temperatures.
super duper cold.
Well,
Really? I mean, you can, but you
you
gotta
can.
you gotta account for it. You gotta be aware of it.
Yeah.
You can't just take the gun out and shoot.
That's why I see a lot more people using HPA, which I myself wouldn't go to. I mean, I'm like
I know I wouldn't. It's too expensive.
well, even the price isn't like the big thing. I'd rather have some like it's for like my M27.
Hmm.
You know how much I spent into that thing
Yeah.
just to get it to where it is.
Yeah.
And it's at that point now where I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
But I'd rather pay for the quality and not worry about it in the long run. Well, I'll have that gun for like 10 plus years and
Yeah.
it still operates like a monster.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. But my issue with HPA is I don't want to carry a tank and a line on me.
That's yeah.
Because, I mean, I tuck into weird places and I get caught on something.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll go like...
My plate carrier is too much for me.
I'm surprised you still wear that thing. Is
Oh.
that only because it has a teddy bear on the back?
Yeah.
Okay. I saw a kid... I actually saw a kid with a... He had a stuffed animal on his back, and I'm
Yeah.
like...
Yeah. Well,
I
I
don't know
wasn't the
who it
first
is.
one to do it. Was it like a possum or a koala?
No, I've seen those two. That's quality. They don't really play as much anymore.
Okay.
Because I think...
Yeah, I haven't seen them in a long
I think they
time.
moved. I have her number.
Okay.
I have a...
They seem cool. They seem
No,
nice.
they're really awesome.
Yeah. They went to major events. They went to the
I think they did a bunch of... I think they're doing university stuff, though.
Yeah. But they are cool though.
Yeah.
I like their stuffed animals.
They're really cool, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it was the headgear that got me when one of them wear their helmet and they wear the little fucking ears.
Yeah.
I was like, yes! I was like, I'll follow you everywhere. And then, but once again, we're going back to it's down to the people who play at the field.
Yeah.
Like, that is the best part of this community.
Yeah. Anyway, we're coming back to electric and gas.
Yeah. AEGs are my favorite.
Yeah. Personally, but
easy, no maintenance.
If you want realism, then definitely go gas.
Yeah.
You know, even avoid HPA because you're going to lose realism there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you want realism, kind of Milsim-y stuff, gas is great.
Gas is nice.
Yeah.
Although a lot of Milsims do AEGs now because a lot of people don't want to deal with the limited amount of ammo that they carry. And the fact that if something goes down on an AEG, just plug a battery in rather than, I gotta carry a couple cans of gas.
Yeah. Oh yeah, especially like I don't know. Has one of those gas cans ever gotten shot during a game?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's videos of them where
Just
they've
they
had
go
those like the super thin like knockoff cans like where there's just literally just gas and silicone oil. It just poof.
Yeah, that's scary.
It goes off like a thunder beat sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, do you remember hearing about that time when Sean had his tank? It was like a little plastic thing he was telling me about, and it blew up.
Oh yeah.
Between him and a wall or
Yeah,
something?
it blew out on the wall. Yeah.
Yeah, it was for his elephant gun, I think.
Yeah. His big old... it's basically a potato cannon, a homemade potato cannon.
Yeah.
That's meant to shoot giant footballs.
Yeah.
Like, they're footballs at people.
Yeah, it's a
And
rocket launcher,
It's
man.
literally a PVC pipe with a valve that goes...
Yeah.
And you can hear it everywhere. It's
Yeah.
so amazing.
It's really cool.
And all you hear is just the decompressing gas throwing this thing.
Yeah.
It's just like, I want to stand next
I've
to
actually got an
you.
old video of it, but yeah.
Oh man, it's so cool.
Anyway, but yeah, that blew up on him, and yeah, so that's, I don't know, that's kind of scary. When you have like a tank for HPA, if you have a tank on your back that has like, 1,000 PSI or whatever,
Yeah,
that's kind of scary.
I know, but then most of them are like either carbon fiber or aluminum or
Oh, yeah,
steel.
I'm sure they're super strong.
They're probably
They're not
never
gonna-
going to blow up.
But it's
unless
still, that's a lot of potential energy.
Yeah, that's why I don't like. No, I'm keeping the explosive. I mean, even running an AEG with a battery.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. Lipos are maintenance.
Well, yeah, I've actually seen multiple lipos on the field go off. And and break and start a fire.
Yeah,
Good disguise.
unfortunately, a lot of people just don't know how to handle some of these batteries.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, they're having a whole conversation
I know.
without us.
I know.
Are we boring, you guys? Oh, Florida. Yeah, good luck with finding anything out there. You got swamp and more swamp and the occasional like crazy old lady in palms. There you go, going back to playing out in the street. Get off my swamp.
But CES Airsoft says, yeah, go to your local stores, make friends with the employees, and they'll help you out with everything you need.
Oh, employees are dope. That's how we met. That's how I met most of. In case you guys are
That's how
wondering,
I know Walter.
Yeah. Well, where did he work? Hobbytown.
Okay. He worked at Hobbytown for a long time. Chino. Chino doesn't work there anymore, does he?
I think he does.
Oh, they stopped doing airsoft, right?
Yeah, they started selling all their stock.
Yeah.
Chino scares me when playing against him. He's a cool guy.
Oh yeah. I was like, wait, what?
Playing against him is scary as hell. He is the airsoft ninja.
Yeah. And then he likes to put his camera on and then put it on Facebook.
Yeah. One moment he's booking down the corner. Next moment you come around like, I got you, Chino. You're like, where is he? Drops down from the wall, shoots you in the back, runs away.
Yeah.
Skitters. It's like,
I've actually gone against him and he's really good.
Spider Chino.
He's really good.
Yeah, that is one guy I don't mind playing against him, but I usually prefer not to.
Yeah, I like playing with him. I've actually got when I was shooting photos, I actually did get quite a few photos. There was one he liked of a BB trail.
Oh, just leaving his.
Yeah, it was in the next to the jewelry shop, one of those tiny rooms, dark rooms.
God, he always finds those little corners. I wish I was small and Asian. I mean, I'm already Asian.
You're halfway there.
I'm not small. I'm Viking Asian. That's why I get along with Davis so well.
Yeah. Oh man. In fact, did you see the video that Evic just released? Their short video of the Underground event.
I think I browsed it.
GamePod shared it on Facebook. There was some really good clips of Davis. I gotta send that to
him.
him.
Yeah, when he was doing his little gunning thing.
Well, when he had his light machine gun and he was like just walking down a street and everybody's like running. It was just
that's Davis though. He's very intimidating. When you don't know him, he's a big cuddly bear, but he's very intimidating.
Oh man, he's really enthusiastic. I keep hearing the story of when he was. They were trying to get out of spawn and he was just like screaming and trying to get everyone to go with him so they can break out of spawn.
Yeah.
And then a player complained and they're like, this guy's like freaking out. Like, I'm afraid he's going to hurt me.
Okay. At the barbecues, you got to get Casey and Davis to play with each other. Because
I'm sure they'd love that.
It is a scary thing. And then you have Keith shooting next to him. Oh my God.
Put those three together, give them all big guns and go.
Now, Casey, I just give dual pistols and say, Casey, we're going to take that building. He goes, yeah! And he'll run it. It's like watching Conan on steroids again. It's like he's done a bunch of coke and just woo! I love Casey, though. He's such a hoot.
Oh, man.
Great guy.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to hang out with him much. I haven't gotten to interact with him much.
I guess technically now he's a member of FTD.
We kind
of gave him a patch and he just like absorbed him. So I'm like, I'm down for it. Sure, why not?
Whatever. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and just to let you guys know, I'm a kind of a hybrid member of SOC, but I represent more of Fire Team Delta.
Yeah, he represents FTD. I represent SOC, but we're both kind of.
He's the SOC guy.
But yeah.
Yeah, they know your face a lot more.
Yeah.
I get recognized by just the mask.
Yeah, but just being out in the field.
Yeah.
What's our next quick little topic? Because we just talked about gas and electric and stuff.
Well, we hit an hour, so I imagine we're going to...
Yeah, we have a minute and a half left on this live stream. I'll reset it, though.
Oh, yeah, we're definitely resetting it. I think we enjoy this way too much.
Yeah.
I think...
we hit an hour, but...
We hit an hour, but does it really matter?
Well, is it a full hour?
No.
Oh, no. Because we still had like 10 minutes
we have another 10 minutes
before.
I don't think an hour is going to be good enough for us, though.
I think we need to get better about refining because no one's going to want to sit here and watch us blab for 2 hours.
True. So we'll
get better at it.
Yeah,
guys.
we'll get better
at it. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to restart the stream, guys, if you want to rejoin in just a moment, okay?
Oh, there's TJ.
Oh, is TJ in there?
Yeah.
Oh, TJ, we were talking about you.
Oh! Like that face.
All
right, while we're resetting that. Yeah, we definitely got to get better at this, but at the same time, we just have such a good time talking.
Yeah.
I think we can break this up into multiple parts if we really wanted to.
Yeah, well, we'll do a bunch of podcasts. And
plus, you can also cut out a lot of it.
Yeah, I feel like... the problem is we have so many topics in one thing.
And they're just so big.
Yeah.
Once again, you folks watching the video on... Okay, not you guys. You guys aren't that...
Streams back.
Yeah. You guys watching this on like whatever we upload to... Actually gets to hear all the background garbage we speak to. It's great.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So next topic. So we already did pros and cons. High caps versus mid caps.
Oh, that's kind of
That's an easy. That's a quick easy.
Simple. For the new players out there, a high cap can hold a couple hundred BBs. You have to wind them. Downside is that they rattle.
Yeah,
basically that's it. And you have to wind it.
Mid caps all the way for me, just because I like the.
I
like the ability to reload and the fact that I don't jangle and shake all over the place.
Mid caps they don't rattle, and you don't need to wind them.
Lower capacity though.
Yeah, what is it like? 100?
It's anywhere from like 100 to 140, I think.
Which is low capacity for airsoft.
Yeah. Oh god, I go through so much ammo.
Yeah. But yeah, those are nice, and those actually give you get to reload, like physically, like get rid of this mag, get a new one out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and then some people really like that. I like it, but I just don't want to buy a bunch of mid caps.
I like that one, Ryan. Friends don't let friends mid high cap. Don't high cap, kids. But no, I like high caps when I like, I'm just playing it.
Did you ever see the photo? It was actually a photo with TJ, and he was holding me up. And I had my PDW that was kind of new, and I had a drum mag on the PDW.
Yes,
you remember that? Oh, yeah. It had like 1,000 rounds or something.
Yeah, I tried doing that before, and it just was not fun for me because I was like, I was struggling to run with this thing.
Yeah,
and it just never fits right because they don't make any like drum mags that fit perfectly, and they either don't work very well, or they just just jangle and just wiggle in your thing, and they just clack, 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 clack. You're running, and all you feel is this big old heavy weight just moving back and forth. Yeah, it just doesn't work.
Yeah. Anyway, what's our next one there?
Best batteries.
Best batteries. Basically lipos.
Lipos, yeah. So lipos.
Nickel metals are okay if you're starting out. They're fine.
Yeah, NIMs are okay.
Yeah,
they're okay. They're good starters, but for us, definitely we like the reaction of lipos and the ability to store them, how they fit into the guns themselves.
Lipos are smaller.
They are a fire hazard, so warning to kids.
If they get pierced, they will.
Only you can prevent lipo fires.
Yeah. Actually, when I was at US Airsoft World, like the last 2 minutes of the last game, it was very intense. It was that one, if you saw the video that I made with the missile with the keys.
Yeah.
A kid was going for it, and he fell, and he dropped his gun, landed on his gun, and in the stock the lipo pierced.
Pierced and bent.
And it started going off, but only one cell got pierced, not the whole thing.
Okay, good.
But they got it out, and they're like,
Yeah. I had to do that once at GamePod where a kid's MOSFET had broken, and this is one of those classic Army ones that that we had rentals. It was one of the first generation MOSFETs, which is understandable. I mean, the first generation, they're still refining it. It's cool. But I had to physically rip the stock off in order to get that battery out because it just kept firing and firing and firing, and he's all like, it won't stop shooting, and he's walking out there, and I'm like, oh shit. So I immediately jump into it. Pete's with me. He starts pushing people away from us, and I just rip it off and throw it out into the front, into the parking lot. Yeah. And luckily, it didn't go off or anything. But it was just deep fried and done. Yeah. So I mean, lipos are definitely the battery of choice for me and most players as a standard, just because you can go 7.4, 9.6, 11.1.
Yeah.
I myself
11.1 is pretty much the max, right?
I would say 11.1 is the max for a safe normal max, because you can go way higher, but those are RC batteries, and though most airsoft guns are not meant to run those. Yeah. I mean, you'll fry the circuit board, you'll fry the trigger contacts. Yeah. I mean, you'll fry.
I mean, I'm happy that pretty much all the Crytek's will run 11.1s, along with other guns. I'm just not aware of them. Yeah.
11.1s is my choice because of the trigger response.
That's the only reason I use it. I don't do it for rate of fire. I do it for trigger response.
But I also play we also only play short games and then break, and then you can swap it or whatever. So you aren't running it for an extended amount of firepower all the time. Yeah. Which is okay. I myself use Vulcan 11.1s. I do like their batteries. They're much more compressed cell wise, so they're not like the
Are they the square ones, the rectangle-y looking ones?
No. They make the double nunchuck battery. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they make the double nunchucks, and they fit perfectly in my stock, which is great. And I do like them. I've also used Tenergy, very good company. They are
Tenergy. Are those the blue ones?
Yeah, the blue and
that's the ones
white, silver ones.
Yeah, that's one I use.
Very good battery manufacturer. I mean, they've been doing it for years. They've done RC cars. They do it basically for cameras, too. Yeah. I mean, any kind of battery you can throw, they do, and this is great.
Someone says, same, I have the Nunchuck 11.1 LiPo.
Yeah, I mean, they're just convenient enough for me. I haven't, used them too long yet, so I don't know how well they last. I had one set of, 11-1 lipos that lasted me almost a year and a half of just constant hard use. Like I was playing airsoft twice a week, every weekend for like almost a year.
Oh yeah, I was there with you too.
Yeah, I mean that's how I got to know pretty much everybody and how the GamePod staff.
I was there every week,
me,
at least. Because
was not good on my knees.
No, same here. Another small detail about batteries. Nickel metals, the voltage will lower as they drain. Lipos will stay strong until the end, and then they'll just drop. And also, if you let the lipo like drain all the way, apparently they're not usable anymore.
Yeah, because you have to have a constant charge in the cells, otherwise you have no current actually running it and actually be able to store back and forth. So you're not supposed to run them out completely, but you are supposed to store. If you're planning not to use them, decharge them, but they always leave a little bit in there, like a specialized RC charger or whatever.
And you can, if you're really worried about it, you can actually get meters where you plug the battery in, and see how much juice is left in the battery. So anyway,
so definitely a maintenance thing. If you're planning to never play again, make sure you understand how to dispose of that battery, especially one that is bloated. If a lipo starts bloating,
I just brought it to Chino. I had one that was bloated. I was like, "Hey, Chino, here you go." And he was driving a little RC car. He's like, "Put it on the truck." I was like, "Okay," and he drove it off.
So, but when they start bloating like that, I would recommend not using them because it means either a cell is going bad or something's off in that battery where it's been either overcharged, it's been overused, it's been overdrained. There's something wrong.
And lipos are kind of dangerous, so be careful with that.
That's why you see a lot of them in those like the fire retardant bags. Yeah, that's why there's a lot of those around. Yeah, but they're good.
It's a good idea.
Okay, let's see. So best battery's done. That one's done. That one's done. Okay, so the big topic, the one on the very top.
Oh, cheaters.
Yeah.
I forgot we didn't even talk about that yet.
No, because we skipped it because it was such a large topic, and I know we're gonna go really in depth about it.
And
people are gonna have a lot of opinions on it.
Oh man.
Cheaters, how to deal with them, how to react to them, and how to just deal with it.
Yeah.
Cheaters are going to happen no matter where you are, what place you are, even if
no matter what you're doing.
Even if you lived in utopia, somebody's going to cheat somewhere. It's part of human nature. Too bad
to find it's a part of human nature to find the easiest route to success.
Unless you play in Georgia, where everybody's family, and everybody calls you sweetie or y'all.
Okay.
I mean, that's like the best you're gonna get.
Okay.
Or you play in Canada where somebody shoots you, go sorry. I mean, that's all. You're gonna like in the perfect ideal environment where everybody knows each other and there's no issues there.
Yeah.
You're gonna have someone cheat.
Yeah.
It's end of story. You can't throw a field's reputation down like that just because you found a few cheaters the first time you went to go play there.
Yeah.
That's it's not great. But how to deal with them? A lot of people will say, "Oh, shoot them more." Sure, that's an option.
Yeah.
But now you're just escalating the issue.
Yeah.
So what I do, me myself personally, if I see someone not calling their hits or whatever, I either go tell a ref, or I flank around them, get so close where they can't argue that I hit them.
Yeah.
And then I might occasionally pull the trigger a little too fast sometimes. But it gets the message across. Hey, I know you're cheating.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people get too adrenaline pumped where they start yelling at the people. Hey, call your you're
too
cheating.
Much testosterone.
It doesn't even have to be testosterone. I've seen women do it too.
I've seen girls that's very super duper true.
Yeah,
I actually had one time when there were just I don't know.
I've seen really freak out on somebody.
Yeah, there was like some 30-year-old lady that was playing, and I was only using my pistol at that time. That's when I was
when
doing
mom's
that.
attack.
And I flanked around and I had a super clear shot of her, and I shot her once. I saw her actually look up, look around, and then go back to playing. And then I shot her like 2 to 3 times, and then she got really angry at me. And I was like, what do you want me to do? I just shot you with 300 FPS. Like,
raise your hand, or I have to keep shooting you.
Yeah.
Like, in all honesty, even if you call a hit, unless I clearly hear a hit.
Yeah.
Especially on like a field where it's super big, I'm not gonna hear you hit over there. Raise your hand at least, or pull out a dead flag, or give me some sort of indication that I hit you and I can stop wasting my BBs I paid for at your face. Yeah. I mean, because then I start shooting soft spots.
Yeah.
But I mean, it sucks that it has to come down to that. Yeah. But with paintball, you have the markers. You have paint physically blowing up on something.
Yeah, it makes it simple.
But we're playing an honor-based sport.
Yeah.
Where you either call your hit, you walk away, and everybody's happy.
Yeah.
I do understand ricochets. I don't sometimes call hits due to ricochets because somebody is shooting too much at a door and it's just bouncing everywhere and it just pops me. Sometimes I'll go take the safer route where if there's a question in doubt where I got hit, I'll just raise my hand and walk away. I'll give you that ricochet.
Yeah.
But if it's like straight up a full thing where I'm hiding in a doorway and you're just hitting the wall next to me, I'm not going to call that a hit, even if they're bouncing back at me.
Yeah.
With cheaters, people tend to have the wrong reaction with them, and they yell at them and call them out.
Yeah. That's what you don't do. And everybody does it.
It's like, okay, you've done this before. Why are you doing it again?
Why are you yelling at them? And you know what? Half the problem is people, not the cheaters. It's people that can't shoot straight.
Yes.
They can't shoot straight, and they just assume they're hitting them, and they're just yelling at them.
They shoot in the direction, and it's hitting them.
That's almost worse than cheaters.
90% of the time. I'm sure there's refs in the chat right now that can agree with this.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's such a bad idea to say, "Oh, I'm gonna call my hit, go back, and I'm getting my revenge." But you have to meter that revenge.
Yeah. You
can't just go up to their face, start yelling at them, or get up to them and then full auto them at full blast really fast, because you're just escalating the situation and making it worse.
That's just what you don't do.
Because honestly, you're just making bad blood. It's like somebody walking up to you and punching you in the middle of the street and say, "I saw you look at me," and then try to walk away like everything's okay. No, the other guy's going to get pissed and go after you.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's a bad idea.
Yeah.
There's better ways to solve it by just
Ryan says
taking the hit, walk away.
Yeah. Ryan says like your hop up is off, buddy. You have no mag. Yeah. Yeah. It's
I can't
just
tell you how many people dry fire too. Yeah.
Oh man, dry firing and hop up. Like when you're up in the tower in game pod and like people are shooting the tower.
Window. Like it's literally like, it's like 20 feet in the air.
Turning your hop up doesn't make the BB go faster. That's not what it does.
Yeah. Let me spin this quicker. And somebody has a fidget spinner. Can you imagine BB gun run on fidget spinner?
You know what we need though is we need to like add a Picatinny rail attachment for a fidget spinner. I just
put a GoPro on it. Just start spinning it. Put another.
Anyway,
don't.
If you think someone's cheating, take a look at them, see what they look like, see what they're wearing. Go tell a ref. Give them the description. That's
the ideal way to do it. And if the refs are good, they will either handle the situation or keep an eye out on them.
And keep in mind, the refs may not go be like, "Oh, who?" and then walk over with you. They'd be like, "Okay, thank you," and then you go back to playing.
Because they won't sit there and hunt down that one player.
No.
If they are able to go
but
look at them,
they may probably know who you're talking about. And if they're actually cheating, more people are going to tell, or they're going to tell the refs who that is. They're going to hear the multiple reports, and they're like, "Okay, we know who that is. Time for you to go."
Yeah, I mean, and especially with players that earn their reputation on cheating, they're always the easiest to pick out, and then eventually they get 3 strikes, you're out of here. Yeah. Usually that's the standard.
That's
But don't approach cheating with more aggressive, basically cheating. I would call it that.
Yeah.
It's either you screaming at them or trying to pick a fight or
just a side note, if you're playing airsoft and you're angry, time to stop playing airsoft.
Yeah, seriously. It's a game, for God's sakes.
I've done it. I've been on the field and I've like get lit up and I'm like angry and I'm like, you know what?
Yeah, you walk off.
I'm kind of done.
You've seen me walk off a few times really mad.
I've done it.
Yeah, everybody's done it. But you gotta.
It's just controlling yourself.
It's a game.
It's a physical contact sport. It's gonna hurt, and so it is a natural reaction to get angry at someone that's hurting you.
Yeah.
But you have to remember to control yourself.
Yeah.
You got to have good emotional control when you're playing this game.
And you know what you do? You sit there and just make sure if you see them and you see another guy next to them, you always aim for them instead.
Yeah.
Pretty much. You don't got to sit there and like hose them down within like 10 seconds or juggernaut them and run up on them and then get in their face. It's just not right. Because either A, you get removed from the field because now you're doing it.
Yeah.
or everybody knows you as the guy that gets mad because somebody shot him too close.
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
Yeah. If you remember, I don't know if you remember that one video I made. It was titled "I Must Have Missed."
Yes, I've seen that one.
That was my most popular video, and it was because of someone who I believe was cheating. I didn't call him a cheater because you really never know. Yeah. But I was able to have my zoom scope on him with a tracer unit. I was very confident of where those BBs were going, and it made me upset. It made me angry, but I didn't full auto blast the dude. I didn't They get in his face.
Sometimes, honestly, people don't feel it either. You hit him like on like especially if you hit him like one of the
you hit him
pouches.
Like on a pouch through a mag on the plate carrier that's stuffed with styrofoam.
Yeah, all they have to know is what they can hear.
Yeah,
and if they
sometimes
have,
they can't hear it.
If they have like earmuffs or like the big baklavas or whatever, and there's a lot of sound going on around, you might honestly not hear them.
And I've had people do that, like especially when I was using a pistol, and I was behind him, I'd shoot him in the back.
Pistols are always like that.
And they would just keep going, and I was like, oh, that's kind of frustrating. Or I had a guy where I clearly hit him, I saw the BB fall off of him, and then he would turn and look and start shooting at me. I'd be like, hey, I'm pretty sure I shot you. And he'd be like, oh, okay. All right, fine, cool, done.
Yeah. It happens. And, I mean, it's real simple on that part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that it?
And that's pretty much the entire list that I took down.
Cool.
I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Beginners, don't let your attitude get to you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of airsoft-based guns out there. I mean, there's a lot of sources you can look for those new rifles, a lot of sources for how you want to do it. It's really, you have to ask your question, how do I want to play?
Yeah.
If you're of the mindset where I want to buy the most expensive, the best thing ever, there is no such thing as a best gun.
There's no such thing as best.
There is no such thing, especially in this sport where there's so many just brands, knockoffs, repurpose. I mean, like people selling remade stuff. Yeah. I mean, it's just there's so much out there. For me, for an example, I have a VFC external H&K M27
with a Crytek internal, right?
Yeah, and I took a Nautilus 2 gearbox, stuffed a Crytek engine in there, and said, I'm done.
Yep.
So, I mean, you don't have to be limited by what brand is the best.
Yeah.
What gun is the best looking. I mean, mostly you're looking at a gun for the aesthetics. Yeah. And then whatever you put inside is down to
because they all do the same thing. They all fire a plastic BB. They all do the same thing.
You just have to find what works out for you. Yeah. Don't assume go say, oh, Crytek is better. Oh no, Polar Star engines are better than Wolverines or whatever. Come on, let's be honest.
Yeah, everything has its pros and cons. And
you
just got to figure out what works best
works for you.
Yeah. And that's that.
God, I hate people narrow-minded. This is it, and that's it. It's like
this is it. That's it. That's all.
Okay, shut up. We're obviously not going to get around together, and we need to stop talking. There's
nothing else.
Yeah, I'm walking away from you because clearly your head is in the air about this.
Yeah.
It's like God.
Yeah. But for all the new players out there, if you want to get more detailed information, there's actually a lot of good resources out there. I actually found a lot of helpful stuff on Reddit. For Airsoft, actually.
Oh, Reddit is awesome.
Airsoft Reddit.
Yeah, source community. Look for the biggest community, which is...
It's like, Reddit is now pretty much the forum of forums. Pretty much.
That's because no one's using GeoCities anymore. What do you have? I have a GeoCities blog site. You want to come look at it? Here's my tag. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
It's like, you want to go look at my Facebook? It's like, no.
Not really.
Yeah. So, any community-based website, I mean, you can just find reviews anywhere, pretty much. Look up reviews before you actually make that in-depth decision to spend your money and make that investment into
and also I also, just a quick side note, a lot of people message me and they're like, hey, I have $120 and I want to buy a gun, what should I do? I was like, save up $50 more and buy this gun, because if you buy something that costs you $120,
it's more chances it's going to break.
It's going to break in a week. And if you buy this gun that's $160, it's going to last you for 3 years.
Yeah, see, that goes back to the same argument of I'd rather buy quality than spend the little bit of money just to make sure I have a cheap gun.
Yeah.
See, I'd rather buy
There's a big difference between $50 for a gun.
It's absolutely amazing what the difference is. I mean, you either have a faster motor, you have a better internal system, your gun looks a little better where it has little twinkling lights. But I actually had an idea for one of my guns. I actually want to put those little LED strips that you see on motorcycles on the lower body, on the fairings. Yeah. I wonder if it was like...
I've got those on my bike.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I remember seeing the one of yours. And I'm like, I kind of want to do that on the inside of the rail.
Yeah, I actually got pulled over because of them.
Yeah, a lot of cops don't like those.
No. Well, I was actually riding around ready to get pulled over because it was the day after I installed them, and I was like, okay, I tried to look up what the laws were.
You're all like, I turned them on just to see what would happen.
Pretty much.
Classic motorcycle maneuver right there, dude. Welcome to the Brotherhood.
I looked up, tried to find information on them, and there was nothing specifically about it, so I couldn't find what was allowed. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna make them white and I'm gonna make them dim. And then I like looked at my rear view and it was nighttime and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get pulled over.
And then you turn them on. You're like traveling by a stop point. You just go, lights on. You didn't pull me over. Okay, cool.
No, he lit me up, and I was like super ready for it. I like turned around, I like waved to him. I was like, "Come on, let's go." I was like, "Let's go over here." And then it was actually 3 cops in one car.
What?
Because one of them was like training.
Oh, okay. So it was a training run. Okay.
Yeah,
got it.
and but they were like super nice. I was like, "Let me guess, it's the lights." They're like, "Yeah."
I've gotten pulled. Okay.
And so I told them like the whole story of like how I got installed. I tried to find it. I was like, I wasn't sure, so whatever. And they're like, "Cool. Just leave them on in the parking lot, but when you're moving, turn them off." All right.
Cool. Yeah. See, what we should do now is stop the official. So we're going to stop the official portion of this podcast. We have done with the beginner stuff, and now you get the after hours broadcast, I guess.
We might do like a separate video for like an after hours podcast, like we'll call it the bullshit section or something like that.
Oh, God. Can you imagine us getting all the FTD and SOC guys together?
God. No, I can't. Anyway, guys.
We just have one central mic dangling from us.
I know. One shotgun.
God.
Thank you for watching the first Beyond the BB podcast.
No, we're not making that
Beyond
a thing.
the BB.
This is not going to be canon. We're changing that name. It sounds like a bad, like 60, gone in 60
What is
seconds.
that from?
I don't know.
Isn't it from something? Beyond something.
It's got to be from some sort of horrible...
It's like a behind the scenes. I don't know.
Behind the scenes? Beyond the BB? I don't know.
Whatever.
It's a reference to something. We'll look that up.
Yeah. Guys, thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. We will be making plenty more of these.
I imagine so.
They're pretty fun to make, even if nobody watches them.
Dude, because you and me can talk for hours, dude. We're already like struggling to stay within an hour limit.
It's been an hour and 30.
We should honestly aim for like an hour 30, 2 hours, and then just cut it. Because, I mean, I imagine even if because a lot of people listen to podcasts in like a background of some sort.
Yeah.
Or listen on a train. So longer is
like
usually sometimes better. But since we're doing a video version of it too.
Yeah, well, we'll do both.
Yeah, so I mean, we're always going to do both.
We'll have the YouTube up with the video, and then we'll probably do like maybe iTunes or something like that.
Oh, how about this? The video ones will always be a little bit shorter because the audio ones will have a little bit more extra content at the end or something. You know, if you want to hear about our horrible personal lives or whatever, because I'm sure we'll eventually run out of topics to go there.
Sure.
So this might evolve beyond just a solo, like, airsoft podcast.
Yeah.
You know, if we become popular and I become, more followers than SOC, but who knows?
We'll help you out.
No, I don't need help. I'm a cripple. It's okay. Crippled in the head. It's all good.
Anyway,
sick personality.
We'll make it work. We'll have fun. More podcasts to come. More guests that know more than us.
Probably. Let's cut it off at more than that 4 people, because otherwise we're already having trouble cutting each other off sometimes.
Yeah.
But then we also understand each other. Where we're like work around it.
Anyway, thank you for watching, guys.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you in the next one.